What are your thoughts with this Bills victory headed into the postseason?
Oh, this was a fantastic win for the Bills. And just the emotion of this game kind of really took center stage, obviously, with the DeMar Hamlin situation. Uh, thank God things have improved with him. It looks like he's making a pretty strong recovery. Uh, Based off of where we were a week ago, things were looking pretty dire. So to really have gone full circle from, potentially him dying on the field in Cincinnati last week to where we are now, where he's making a full recovery. The Bills look like they're kind of rounding into that playoff form as we transition into the playoffs. The Bills needed this win today, and I thought they just played inspired football. And Kev, we were talking about this before we even started recording. There was no way in hell the Buffalo Bills were going to lose this game. And I'm a Patriot fan, and I know we'll talk about the Patriots in a little bit, but there was a part of me that really wanted the Bills to get this win just to, put it on the backs of DeMar to, just really focus and win that game for him. And really just from the start, I mean, getting the kickoff return for a touchdown, New England did really kind of keep toe to toe with the Bills early on in that game. And then once Hines got that second kickoff return for a touchdown in the second half, I think that pretty much blew the game away in the second half. Josh Allen was able to hit some pretty big deep shot passes to Stephon Diggs and John Brown that really just blew the doors off of that Patriot defense. And then, I mean, it really just it sent Buffalo into a frenzy with the type of production that they had throughout that game, especially in the second half. Um, the Bills are a team, as far as I'm concerned, they are a Super Bowl caliber team. And I know that they've gone through the ringer the last week with the DeMar Hamlin situation, but I really think that this team is really tight knit. I think they're very focused on the task at hand. I think for them, getting that number 2 seed was absolutely critical. And to knock out a division foe like the Patriots out of the playoffs in the process, I think that probably felt pretty nice. But overall, the Bills are a team, as far as I see it, they're one of the most well-rounded teams in the NFL. They have a great offense led by Josh Allen. They have a great defense, even though they've had some injuries this year and one damn near catastrophic injury. They're still able to produce at a high clip. They're able to force turnovers. They're able to rush the passer effectively. And I think, as far as I see it, I don't know if the Bills are going to go all the way to the Super Bowl. They're definitely a Super Bowl contender as far as I see it. The biggest thing I'm going to focus on with the Bills moving forward, can Josh Allen stop turning the ball over in the red zone? Unfortunately for him, he had another one. He got picked off by Devin McCourty in that game against the Patriots. And I give credit where credit is due to the Patriots. That Patriots defense played up to snuff against the Bills. Really, the biggest thing for me was that Bills special teams really kind of put the death nail in the coffin for the Patriots today. So the Bills were able to get contributions across the board. Whether that transitions into the playoffs, we'll see. But like I said, the biggest thing when it comes to their offense is Josh Allen's got to stop turning the ball over in the red zone. And to a larger extent, the offense has to stop turning the ball over. I mean, I think Devin Singletary had a fumble against the Patriots today, and he fumbled it on their 10-15 yard line. You can't have that. You can't have that type of mistake when you're going into the playoffs, and it's essentially a single game elimination scenario there. So there's definitely some things that the Bills need to work on going into the wild card weekend. But as far as I see it, I think that they have their momentum at their back right now. They made some mistakes. I think they can adjust that going into the playoffs. And I think they're just going to rally around DeMar, and they're going to try to dedicate this playoff run to DeMar Hamlin. And we'll kind of see where it goes from there. But this was a big win for them today. And like I said, they were not going to lose that game under any circumstances. And as far as I see it, they got a well-rounded performance from every single unit. Offense, defense, and special teams. Well-deserved win. And to do it in DeMar Hamlin's, I guess, I wouldn't say favor, but to do it in spirit of him, man, that's a good game to leave the season on and then transition into the playoffs with. So I'll leave it at that, but it was a good win for the Bills.
We know the emotional roller coaster the Bills have been on the last week or two. We know everything that they've gone through with DeMar and the coaching staff and everything like that. So, like Kyle said, no shot in any of our minds that we thought that this was going to be a loss for the Bills. They had too much riding on this game. They had all the support in the world from pretty much the league and what seemed to be all fans across the globe just cheering for them because of DeMar. And then you go and you run that opening kickoff. That was the spark plug. That was the immediate gear kicker right into the ignition. That was the NOS and the nitrous. And it was just incredible for them because it sparked an incredible game for them, albeit they had a few turnovers. But the Bills looked incredible on the defensive side. They forced 3 interceptions on Mac, and I mean, they found a way to really get it done on special teams. That is just there. That's the MVP. Naeem Hines is 100% the MVP of this game, running back 2 kickoffs in the same game, and that was just absolutely incredible for them to see the defense swarming, to see the offense moving efficiently. Again, they just looked like a different team to an extent. They looked like they had a little bit of extra juice, and rightfully so, with everything that they've gone through over the course of the last 2 weeks or week and a half. So, I mean, I don't have much to kind of add there. Kyle already broke down the intermediate details about what happened throughout the game. But I mean, for the Bills to end the season on this note against the Patriots, which was a win and get in situation, I know we're going to talk about the Patriots in just a few moments, but I mean, if it wasn't for those two running touchdowns, if it wasn't for those 2 returns, this is a whole different ballgame. New England very well is in this game a lot more. And again, like Kyle had said, with Bill Belichick being focalized and known for more of his defensive and special team skills, for them to lose in that manner is just very uncharacteristic for them. So at the end of the day, Buffalo moves on to the 2 seed, and of course, we'll be playing the 7 seed. Kyle, I'm drawing a
They're
blank.
playing the Dolphins.
They're playing up. So the Bills are going to go wipe the Dolphins off the face of the planet with all the injuries that they have going on and their piss poor performance at the end of the year. But I mean, like I said, a lot of people are cheering for the Bills for the DeMar situation. They were our preseason prediction to win the Super Bowl this year. So I mean, the DeMar situation kind of like elevates that prediction, I guess, because at the end of the day, if that's what happens, I'm not going to be upset at that because that would make Kyle and I both right. And I think that would be pretty cool for the city of Buffalo to hoist the Lombardi Trophy for DeMar, his family, and everything that this is, kind of meant to this organization. But, kudos to Buffalo. And, I can't wait for that inevitable, hopefully, either Joe Burrow, or should I say Joseph, against Josh Allen in the AFC Championship, or another Mahomes and Allen rematch, because that's what's bound to be.